A long time ago, in a mountainous region, there lived a young man named Fayaz. Though young in age, he was wise beyond his years. He had a talent for settling disputes, solving difficult problems, and guiding those who had lost their way. But one day, a question arose in Fayaz's heart. How sharp was his intelligence, really? Could he match wits with the cleverest people in the world? From the village elders, he had heard about a settlement far beyond the forests, a place where only cunning and deceitful people lived. It was called the Village of Tricksters. People went there, but never returned. Everyone there was a master at cheating others. That night, Fayaz made up his mind. He would visit this village, prove his intelligence, and return safely. Not only that, he would expose the truth about these tricksters to the world. The next morning, he set out on his journey. After days of traveling through mountains, plains, and forests, Fayaz finally reached the mysterious village gates. An old man sat at the entrance, his eyes gleaming, a wooden staff in his hand. He stared at Fayaz and said, "Go back, young man. This place is not for simple people like you." Fayaz smiled. "I'm not simple," he said. "I'm intelligent, and I've come to find truth, not to get lost in lies." The old man laughed and opened the gate. As soon as Fayaz entered the village, he felt something different in the air. The people were extremely friendly, their voices sweet, their smiles wide. A shopkeeper called out, "Traveler, you must be tired. Come, eat and drink something. Everything is free today." Fayaz politely declined, but the shopkeeper insisted. "This is my first test," Fayaz thought. "Such kindness cannot be without reason." He drank a glass of lassi. "Just keep this receipt," the shopkeeper said. "Pay me tomorrow. We don't take money from guests." Fayaz looked at the receipt. 5 gold coins for just 1 glass of lassi. What an amazing trick. But Fayaz stayed quiet and moved on. The next day, Fayaz went to the market. A woman approached him and said, "Son, please help me. My child has been missing since morning." Fayaz hesitated. This could be another trick, but out of basic humanity, he decided to help. She led him into a narrow alley. Suddenly, people surrounded him. "You've cheated our sister," they shouted. "Now you must go to jail." Fayaz laughed calmly. "Show me proof," he said. "Accusations alone are not enough." The people fell silent. For the first time, someone had rejected their scheme. Fayaz understood. This village wasn't just full of tricksters. It was full of storytellers. Every incident was a trap, every sentence a trick. That evening, Fayaz went to an inn. An elderly man was selling books. "Son," the old man said, "buy this book. It contains every trickster's method. Only 1 silver coin." Fayaz asked gently, "If all the tricks are written here, why couldn't you save yourself from being tricked?" The old man fell silent. Fayaz smiled. "That," he said, "is the difference between intelligence and cleverness." Late that night, sitting near the village mosque, Fayaz thought, "This is just the beginning. Many more traps await me, but if I stay alert, I can tear through this darkness with the light of truth." Days passed. Fayaz's reputation spread through the village. People began calling him the intelligent traveler. Some avoided him, others challenged him. One day, he was invited to the mansion of the village chief. The room was filled with fragrance, expensive carpets, bright lanterns, and shining utensils. The chief said, "Traveler, you've shown our people the mirror of truth. Become our partner. We'll give you wealth, respect, and power." Fayaz replied softly, If all this is built on deception, I don't want such respect. The chief smiled. According to our law, he said, anyone who refuses must pass 3 tests, fail, and you remain here forever. I accept, Fayaz said. The first test. Fayaz was sent into a dark room. 5 men sat there. Each claimed to speak the truth and called the others liars, using only their voices, their breathing, and their answers. Fayaz identified the truthful one. He passed the second test. Heaps of treasure were placed before him. Take only one thing, they said. If your intention is pure, you will lose nothing. Fayaz ignored the gold. He picked up an old map containing the village's real laws. He passed again, the third test, the hardest one. Tell a lie, they said, and make it sound true. Fayaz stood before the crowd. I have deceived you, he said. I have taught you lies. The crowd listened. If you believe this, Fayaz continued, then you cannot tell truth from lies, because when truth is spoken, you deny it. And when lies are spoken cleverly, you applaud. Silence filled the square. Some felt ashamed, some clapped. The chief announced, you have passed all 3 tests. That night, a secret meeting was held. This young man is dangerous, the chief said. If he leaves, our secrets will be exposed. Plans were made in darkness. The next morning, the village was silent. Doors were closed, streets were empty. An announcement echoed. Today, the intelligent traveler will face final judgment. Fayaz walked alone to the village square. The chief sat on his throne, guards surrounding him. Take back your words, the chief said, and you may leave with honor. Fayaz took a deep breath. I cannot speak lies, he said loudly. Your system is built on deception. You trap people in confusion and call truth a crime. The guards moved forward. Stop! A voice broke the silence. It was the beggar, who had once tried to deceive Fayaz. We are tired of lying, he said. We are trapped in our own web. One person stepped forward, then another, then many more. Fayaz climbed onto a stone. Today, he said, decide whether this village belongs to lies or truth. The crowd roared. The chief surrendered. Some demanded punishment, but Fayaz said, revenge creates more darkness. Reform brings light. The chief was banished. The village changed. Its name was no longer the Village of Tricksters. It became the City of Light. When everything was settled, Fayaz prepared to leave. A child ran to him. Will you come back? The child asked. Fayaz smiled. Whenever you need truth, you will find me. He walked toward the mountains. As the first rays of sunlight fell upon his face,